Yeah, we had a little bit of snow here this evening. Now that's ended, push it to the east, and now we have a better opportunity for accumulating snow that likely will cause some travel impacts. Right now, that front that was associated with the precipitation we had this evening has now pushed south across the area. That'll continue to push south, and then this warm front, which stretches all the way back to Montana, that's pretty much where that next system is going to kind of ride along that and head southeastward, but close enough to give us some pretty decent snow, especially if you go south of I-90. That'd be tomorrow evening. Now for tonight, really, we're going to see a few breaks in the cloud cover overall, but still a lot of clouds. It'll help keep those temperatures for the most part in the teens as you wake up with that north wind. One thing to keep an eye on with some of the moisture in the roads, as we get these temperatures further down, you could see a little bit of slick spots if that moisture does refreeze before it kind of evaporates. By the morning hour, we do get a break in the clouds for just a brief period. We lose some of this low cloud cover before we get high cloud cover coming back in the picture, and that's when the precipitation starts getting close. And I kind of changed it around to have some of the visibilities on here too to give you an idea. As we get to 2 or 3, it starts pushing across the area, but I don't see many of the areas west of the river seeing any type of snow until we get maybe after 4, or at least getting closer to sunset. By the time we get to sunset, then it's going to be spreading across the area. You're starting to see now 2 miles, 2 to 3 is still light snow, but when you get to 2 miles, you are accumulating. Eventually now you're starting to see some of that, and especially now at 8 to 9, you're getting that 1 mile, and that will accumulate on the roads. If we get anything less towards a half a mile, then you're getting into moderate snow. I don't see much of that, but we definitely will see a good period of 1 mile, maybe 1.5 miles across this area south of La Crosse. That's where the most accumulation will be. But notice as you go further north, very little precipitation will fall in Eau Claire, may get a little snow, but Rusk County may not see anything, just clouds for just a brief period, and then they'll start clearing out behind the system. And you will notice how quickly it does clear out once we get to 4 or 5 p.m. For most of the area, except southwest Wisconsin. Those areas, they might not see clear skies until we get closer to sunrise or just after that. That's going to allow the temperatures to fall pretty quickly for a lot of areas going into Sunday morning. So that's what we're looking for. As we go into Sunday morning, these temperatures are going to be pretty chilly, pretty cold for some areas. Could be sub-zero getting close up to the north because they're going to clear out further. Further south, it'll be more into the upper single digits or teens due to the cloud cover lingering, but it will be cold going in there. And Sunday, don't expect much improvement. Teens, once again, we should be in the upper low to mid 30s for this time of year. It will be cold. We will have some sunshine, though. That's the good news, at least on Sunday. Now, snow amounts with this system, as I mentioned, really could be that 3 to 6. I think 6 will be probably into Iowa portions of that area. If you go further south into central Iowa, that's where they could see up to 8. They got winter storm warnings down there. But as you see, it breaks off really quickly, tapers off to really about nothing north of Eau Claire. But that's what we're looking at for snow and impacts. Roads, visibilities, it would be right during that evening hour that could be an issue with the visibility and snow-covered roads. Wind chills also could be sub-zero going into Sunday morning with a little bit of a brisk north wind and those temperatures in the single digits. And if you look at when the greatest impact is, here's La Crosse. That gives you an idea for snow. It's right during that time frame that we could see it. And there's your winter weather advisories. As I mentioned, we have winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings. And it's going to be cold to go into start of next week. But notice by Tuesday, the temperature doesn't really show up that well because I got rain and snow on that day. It's going to be 36, which is the first time we've been above freezing for a while. Unfortunately, that doesn't last too long because Wednesday, Thursday, we're back in the 20s and teens. But that Wednesday night could be rain, snow here briefly, and more snow probably Eau Claire northward. That's one to keep an eye on, too.
All right.
This has got to be the coldest start to December I've ever experienced.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Living in the Midwest for 6 years.
For you, yes.
Yeah, for me.
Some other areas, I know 92, we had a big blizzard in early, and that was one of the colder Decembers, too. We had about 17, 18 inches of snow around here.
Yeah.
So it hasn't happened for a while.
Any time, though.
Yeah,
You're
no,
right.
not
It's been
at
quite a
all.
while.
Thank you, Greg.